Every ATM in the country still has cash inside it, fully stocked. Nobody's robbed them. And yet, 3 months into this, people are standing in line, unable to buy groceries. That's the part that doesn't make sense yet. Let's back up. It starts small. A logistics company replaces 40 dispatchers with one AI system. Clean swap. The trucks still move, the routes still get planned, and honestly, they move a little better now, which seems reasonable. That's the whole pitch. But those 40 people don't just vanish from the economy. They stop buying lunch near the office. The sandwich shop on the corner notices first foot traffic down 18%. Nobody at the trucking company hears about this. Why would they? The sandwich shop isn't in their spreadsheet. The shop owner cuts one employee. That employee stops paying for their kids' after-school program. The program cuts a teacher's hours. Small, quiet. Nobody's connecting these dots yet, because none of these people have ever met. Now here's where it gets stranger. The trucking company, flush with savings, expands, buys more trucks, hires drivers. For now, driving is still human work. So, in this one narrow lane, jobs go up. An economist checking the aggregate numbers sees growth and thinks the disruption is a myth. That's the false hope. It never lasts. Because the sandwich shop, the after-school program, the dry cleaner near the old dispatch office, they're all losing customers who don't exist anymore. Not fired, just redistributed into fewer paychecks, spread over fewer humans. The damage doesn't show up as a single headline. It shows up as 1,000 tiny margins, each one too small to notice, until someone adds them up. We'll come back to the sandwich shop. Meanwhile, a hospital billing department automates its claims processing. Good news for the hospital, fewer errors, faster payouts. Bad news for the insurance office across town, which employed people specifically to catch the hospital's old error rate. Their entire department existed to correct mistakes that no longer happen, which is a sentence nobody in 1998 could have predicted mattering. They don't get replaced by AI. They get replaced by the absence of a problem. Now the invisible rule. Automation doesn't just eliminate jobs. It eliminates the jobs that existed to manage the mess other jobs created. Nobody plans for that. There's no line item for workers whose entire function was cleaning up human error. Here's the part that actually breaks things. As incomes shrink across enough small businesses, spending slows. Not collapses slows, but banks price loans based on expected repayment, and expected repayment is based on stable income. A bank in Ohio quietly tightens lending standards. One loan officer, reviewing applications, notices the same pattern in every rejected file. Gig income, inconsistent hours, no employer to call and verify anything with. That loan officer isn't malicious, she's rational, which is the whole point. Nobody in this story is a villain. Every decision, on its own, is completely defensible. Small businesses that used to get credit to survive slow months can't get it anymore. A bakery that's fully stocked, ovens running, shelves full of bread, gets denied a loan to cover next month's flour order. The bakery is full of bread and still might close. That's not a metaphor, that's Tuesday. Now zoom out to the chicken farm. The farm supplies the bakery's egg distributor. Less bakery demand means less distributor demand, means the farm holds inventory longer. Except, chickens don't pause. Eggs keep coming, whether or not anyone's buying. The farm sells at a loss, just to clear stock, which, stay with me, actually pushes egg prices down regionally. So here's your irony. The poorest household in that county just got cheaper eggs, at the exact moment the bakery 2 towns over is closing. Someone's winning, quietly. Nobody's celebrating it, because nobody notices winning when it looks like a grocery receipt instead of a headline. Now, the warehouse. A logistics AI different company, unrelated system misforecasts demand for a home appliance nobody asked twice about. For reasons that trace back to a single training data error nobody will ever find, there are exactly 412,000 air fryers sitting in a warehouse outside Memphis. Don't ask me why. I didn't build the warehouse. That warehouse still needs staff. Human staff. Because robotic sorting arms can't yet handle irregular boxes efficiently. So, in the middle of an AI replaces everyone story, a warehouse is hiring humans, specifically because of an AI's mistake. That's not the twist you expected. It's the twist that's actually true. Now the port. A customs form requires one human signature to release containers. A rule written in 1987 for reasons nobody working there today can explain. The AI systems can process cargo manifests in milliseconds. They cannot, however, sign the form. One employee is out sick. The port doesn't freeze because of technology failing. It freezes because of technology succeeding faster than a bureaucratic checkbox built for a slower world. Imagine explaining to your boss that global trade stalled because one box refused to turn green. That container backlog delays the flour shipment. The same flour the Ohio bakery couldn't get a loan to buy anyway. 2 completely unrelated failures. A lending algorithm and a customs form arrive at the same bakery, from opposite directions, in the same week. Nobody designed that collision. It just happened, the way weather happens. Now back to the ATM. People aren't broke. Direct deposits are still landing. Balances are fine. But enough local merchants have quietly closed the sandwich shop, the bakery, a dozen others like them, that there's simply nowhere nearby to spend the money. The cash exists. The trust that a business will be open tomorrow to accept it does not. That's the paradox from the beginning. Solved. The ATM was never dispensing money. It was dispensing trust in a network of strangers who'd show up tomorrow.